for a very special midnight screening of the Fill in the Blanc podcast, season 2, episode 61 from November 30th. Kurt and Wyatt Russell, both Goldie Hawn. And Melissa McCarthy is in Genie, a movie on Peacock that is a ripoff of Elf. But instead of an elf from the North Pole, it's a genie from a lamp. But it's the same thing where Will Ferrell, instead of eating like spaghetti with syrup, she starts like eating stuff and is like, I don't know what this is. And Will Ferrell's like, this is great. And Melissa McCarthy's like, this is great. It's exactly the movie Elf, but they changed it from a male elf to a girl genie. Same damn movie. Anyways, let's see if she denies it when Mark and Kelly put her in the hot seat, which they won't. They'll tell her and say, this is such a great family movie. And Melissa will be like, yeah, I love it. So what was it like growing up? You know, stuff like that. Anyways, enjoy the show.
It's live with Kelly and Monarch. Today from the new comedy Genie, Melissa McCarthy. Plus, father and son stars of the series Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, Kurt and Wyatt Russell. All next on Live. And now, here are Kelly and Bob and Mark Consuelo.
Good morning. It's Thursday, November 30th, 2023. It is the season of Static Cling. Welcome.
It is. I gave you a hug backstage.
It was so cold backstage that I said, Mark, can you warm me up? And he said, sure. And he rubbed my back with his hands, and now everything is stuck to me.
Did it release, or are you?
No, it's still clinging. Still clinging. It's okay. It's gonna happen.
Hey, you remember those calendars that they would have, like, you know, the hot firemen or the hot police officers?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, this year the TSA has come up with their canine calendar.
People are having sex with dogs. Bestiality's on the rise, just like canines.
Photos here. Look at that.
Incredible. Amazing.
Oh. Yes. Now,
so these are all TSA dogs.
Yeah, the underappreciated, the hardworking, the service dogs of the TSA.
Yes.
So go out and get your calendar from the TSA.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, does the calendar come in this condition that we're showing it, or will it be in calendar form?
It'll be in calendar form. You download it.
Oh, you download it?
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Wow, incredible.
I always get a little nervous when those dogs come by me in the line.
But this is, you've got that personality where you always feel like people are watching you.
Yeah. I'm not up to no good. I just feel...
I understand that, but you always feel as though...
Yeah.
Right? Guilty of something. Yeah.
Right. With a dog, you just never know if they're gonna mistake something for something else, or like a cologne. I have that hemp cologne.
You have hemp cologne?
I don't.
Well, dogs are helping us live longer, by the way.
They are.
Don't even try to joke around. You suck it. You're not even.
Not only live longer,
you're not funny.
But we're
Who tells you you're funny? Did your mommy tell you you're funny?
Saying that social psychologists conduct.
Freaking Mark would go to his mommy and daddy and say, "I got a joke. Why did the bicycle cross the road? Because the wheels moved." And they'd be like, "Oh, mijo, that's so funny. That's funny. You're so good. You should be a comedian." And he's like, "I know." And now he says stupid shit. So you don't lie to your kids and tell them they're funny. You end up on national TV saying, "I got hemp cologne." And then he just like smirks and says, "I think that's funny. Why aren't you laughing like my mom did?"
I don't.
Well, dogs are helping us live longer,
you don't have a sense of humor.
Yeah. They're helping
us.
Ask
you, Mark, do you have a sense of humor at all?
They are.
Yeah. They're helping us to not only...
Time this. Mark, be honest. Do you have any kind of sense of humor? Are you funny at all? Do you have a sense of humor?
You have hemp cologne?
Do you have a sense of humor, Mark?
I don't.
Well, dogs are helping us live longer, by the way.
They are?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. They're
Not the
helping
goldfish.
us to not only live longer, but we're
I believe that.
healthier. Yeah, a study is saying that social psychologists conducted a survey of Australian dog owners and found that they take fewer trips to the doctor and sleep better than non-dog owners. They also happen to be less likely to be on heart medication. This is interesting that this is an Australian study because also those dogs probably find all of the runaway snakes in the house.
And that's why they live longer.
Probably cause a lot of the heart attackery that would happen. Because I don't know if you ever go on any, like I have a news feed that one day I clicked on a snakes falling out of the ceiling
Right
story.
there. That just shows he has no sense of humor. The fact that his wife says heart attackery because she doesn't know anything about the English language and doesn't know how to talk properly, he laughs. They probably prevent heart attackery. That's funny because that's the kind of joke my dad would make and my mom would laugh at. So that's funny, right, America? No? Oh, okay. Hey, in Australia, do they call Australian shepherds, or do they just call them shepherds? There's another little joke you could sit there and think is funny.
On any, like I have a news feed that one day I clicked on a snakes falling out of the ceiling story, which led me down a rabbit hole of apparently snakes falling out of the ceiling is a common
That's
occurrence.
usually Florida, but also Australia.
Australia, it's like, it's a probability. It's not even.
If something's gonna bite you and probably kill you, it lives in Australia.
Right.
For sure. I remember I was there shooting a movie and they warned us about stuff, and we were shooting in these sugarcane fields. It was like a World War II picture, and we're like, oh, that's cool. And they're like, well, it's fall, so the snakes are probably not moving around because it's cold. It's there. I'm like, snakes? Like, oh yeah, there's snakes out here.
Do you remember your trailer?
Well, yeah. Well, they also had snake wranglers. That would come out and they would go ahead of us down the aisles of the cane fields to make sure there weren't any snakes. And they seemed pretty laid back, these guys.
The snakes?
Yeah.
Or the wranglers?
The wranglers, the kind of guy, also like when you're at a carnival and that's the person that's supposed to hook you in to the seat and you're looking at them and like, this guy is in charge of my life. Similar looks. Very laid back.
But you got so used to it.
Yeah, and there would
Because
be...
when I visited you on the set,
my trailer,
he said to me, before you leave the trailer,
shake.
Make sure you shake a little bit because the snakes that are sunning themselves on the roof of my trailer, they'll fall on your head. So you just want to like give them an advance warning that you're coming out.
Python. There was a python that lived on our top. Yeah,
I saw it.
I got used to it.
I didn't. Certain things should not be gotten used to.
Yeah.
Snakes on the trailer, not a thing.
Yeah. But as far as dogs helping you sleep better, our dogs, well, one dog now sleeps on our bed, which was a huge breakthrough
For you.
For me. Like that just, I'm still not sure how I feel about it.
Truth be told, she started sleeping in the bed years ago when you
I was
were living in
Vancouver.
Canada. Yeah.
But she, she moves around a lot. She gets up, she spins around.
But she spins around closer and closer to me.
Yeah. And then when the dogs dream, and they're obviously barking in their dream.
Yeah, it's so
cute.
Yeah.
So cute. Disrupts my sleep, but very cute.
What is that?
This name drop is safe. The fear-mongering about it is not.
Delman was telling me about name drop.
Yes. So when your phone's touch, you can exchange a contact with another person. Right, you just go like this.
Can't you just do that by forwarding them the contact?
You can, but now there's a special feature on Apple phones.
It's a part of AirDrop.
This is how we know dogs are human, because they dream. That's why dogs are human, and we should dress them up in human clothes.
She spins around closer and closer to me.
Okay. I'm sorry, I missed this story. I was wiping my behind.
On our top, I
saw it.
I got used to it.
I didn't. Certain things should should not be gotten used to.
Yeah.
Snakes on the trailer, not a thing.
Yeah. But as far as dogs helping you sleep better, our dogs, well, one dog now sleeps on our bed, which was a huge breakthrough
For you.
For me. Like that just, I'm still not sure how I feel about it.
Truth be told, she started sleeping in the bed years ago when you were living in Canada. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But she, she moves around a lot. She gets up, she spins around.
But she spins around closer and closer to me.
Yeah. And then when the dogs dream, and they're obviously barking in their dream.
Yeah, it's so
cute.
Yeah.
So cute. Disrupts my sleep, but very cute.
They're just like human beings.
What is that?
This name drop is safe. The fear mongering about it is not.
Gelman was telling me about name drop.
Yes. So when your phones touch, you can exchange a contact with another person. Right, you just go like this.
Can't you just do that by forwarding them the contact?
You can, but now there's a special feature on Apple phones.
It's a part of AirDrop, but it's called name drop. The phones have to be very close to one another, and then it just.
So the fear was that someone can go near you, like let's say in a subway or wherever, and just tap your phone and get all your contacts.
Good luck. I said this before. My contacts on my phone are so encrypted that I now have a hard time
figure out who they are,
remembering who everybody is. You know,
I'm trying to find some people on my phone that I'm like, I can't find that person.
I can't find that person because I didn't put them in there under their name.
Right.
And now how they are in the phone makes no sense.
Right. Although, Anderson Cooper you have as the Silver Fox. I know that's...
He's no longer the Silver Fox.
No?
I like to change it up every so often. And I switched his name, and now I can't remember what his name is. So
why did you change it to Silver Fox? Who the hell's gonna steal your phone and go see Silver Fox and be like, that must be Anderson Cooper? Or they're gonna call. I mean, if they could tell the voice, it doesn't matter if you call him Slow Turtle. They're gonna call Slow Turtle and be like, you sound like Anderson Cooper. What the hell's wrong with you? When I was younger, I lived in an apartment building. I used to have neighbors. And I used to put them in by their apartment number. So if there was a girl named Margarita, I didn't know who Margarita was. I would put her in as Margarita 215 because she was in apartment 215, and that would help me know who she was. And then I would also put them in by the work. So if there was a girl that worked at a bar called the Hip Bar, I would call her Catherine Hip Bar, or Marcia Hip Bar, or Marcia Sports Bar, or Marcia 7-Eleven. Little mnemonic devices. Just a suggestion. Don't use it.
So this only works.
So I haven't spoken to him in a while.
This only works if your Apple device is within a few centimeters to another. All right, and each device needs to be unlocked for the name drop to work.
It's not a name drop. It's called an airdrop. And first of all, for Anderson Cooper, why don't you slide into his DMs on Instagram or go on Twitter or go on Facebook? I know he's got to have at least one social media, and say, hey, Anderson Cooper, it's Kelly. Will you call me so I can see what comes up on my caller ID? Thanks. That's it. Do that. Or call Andy. I'm sure Andy has Wes or Anderson Cooper's number.
And each device needs to be unlocked for the name drop to work. I guess so. So it's not as unsafe as they're saying.
Yeah, and you have
great journalism, Mark. So you took 15 seconds to read 3 seconds of words off a piece of paper typed out for you by some fucking intern. So I guess they said it has to be unlocked for the name drop. Airdrop is what it's called, by the way, for the name drop to work. And yeah.
For the name drop to work. I guess so. So it's not as unsafe as they're saying.
What a great story!
You have your settings that say you can airdrop everyone for 10 minutes, or it says contacts only.
All right, it's already too complicated. You're already making it sound way too complicated, Gelman. This is terrible.
For 10 minutes, or it says contacts only.
Is it like airdrop for photos?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very
same
very
thing.
like that.
Do you remember the time that you were airdropped a bunch of illicit things?
It's not what you think. It's not what you think.
Is it
It's
penis
way
pictures?
worse
Way
than
worse.
whatever you're thinking.
It's way worse. It was like gold bars,
Weapons.
and meetings in the UN.
Were you on a plane?
I was on a plane.
And you accepted?
I didn't. I just was going through my photos. I'm like, what is that? And there was like these suspicious types, meeting in the UN, then gold bars, and then weapons. So
And maybe some other things.
But I got rid of them.
Way to go.
Did you
Not
call
me.
the
At first,
authorities?
I was like, do not get rid of this. This is evidence of something.
I mean, it sounds like if you would have reported to some court of authorities, you might have been able to assist in some kind of international terrorist trade or something. But nope, I'll just delete them and then move on. Great job, Mark. Thanks for helping protect our country and the world.
And I'm going to figure it out.
I had wanted nothing.
He wanted nothing to do
with
with it, and I wanted everything to do with it.
No.
I wanted to know, whose pictures are these?
Right, like the UN Security Council. I'm like, what is this? Get it off my phone immediately.
Probably one of your CIA operatives sending you something important.
Hey, listen, I know what I want for. I know you're trying to figure out what I want for Christmas.
No, we agreed that we weren't going to
I know,
hit
but
each other.
in case you change your mind.
I would like naked sex of the anus in Anderson Cooper's bathroom.
He didn't mean it.
He never does.
The prices for a set of messy World Cup jerseys, World Cup worn jerseys, could exceed a record $10 million. A set of 6 jerseys that he wore during last year's World Cup, which is his home country, Argentina, won, are being put at auction at Sotheby's next week.
Okay. So
$10 million.
Well, that's the low estimate,
That's the
right?
low estimate.
Okay,
So it's
so
gonna be double
you're double that, double the low estimate. Okay, so just go with me on this.
Okay.
If I came home from Sotheby's with your Christmas gift all wrapped up, and it's the set of messy jerseys, and you read on the news that some person,
It's
an
killed
anonymous
Messi.
bidder, bid
$10 million.
$10 million. What do you say to me? Go.
Dave,
I would say
Because I know when I got that coat that you were like, you already have a coat. What do you need this coat
Right.
for?
I would say find that contact with the gold bullion and the weapons in the Security Council, and we're getting rid of these jerseys right now. Find those guys. Find that guy.
and it
We'll
also
make him a deal.
full
No, but
circle.
you
I
just
would
said,
not. No, I
you
was
just
joking.
said
I
in
was
front of
joking.
all of these
No, but I
witnesses
was
that you
joking.
really just want these messengers.
I don't. I do not want these. Please don't do that. I'd be very upset.
Have you met
It'd be
me?
very cold Christmas in our house.
I literally was on Cyber Monday buying shaving cream. I was like, it's 30% off. Speaking of
And now
Cyber
you can
Monday,
shave.
and this has nothing to do with that, getting vitamin D is, we're all taking much less vitamin D, either through sun or through supplements than we need.
Yes.
So we need more. And don't forget,
It's very important.
a lot of people don't realize that when you take vitamin D, you really have to take it with vitamin A and K also, so that it is absorbed
correctly.
properly
Right.
into your system.
That's
a lot
right.
of people just take vitamin D,
Right.
vitamin D, and then they get their blood test, and it's like, I'm vitamin D deficient.
Right.
If you're anything like me, you're taking half of the recommendation
Right.
when you remember.
It's good for your heart. Good for your immune system.
Yeah.
All
Good
that
for your
stuff.
bones,
Yeah.
good for your brain. It's good for everything. So it's really important.
Yeah. Especially this time of year, right? Not a lot of sun. Not a lot of sun. Hey, we have a big show today.
Yes, we do have a huge show today, Mark. Thank you.
Yes.
Melissa McCarthy is here.
And Kurt and Wyatt Russell are here. Father and son duo.
And it's time for the reason you all showed up.
That's
it's
right.
time to play.
Let's Say hello to Carmelo Lamaro from Efforts, Pennsylvania, who watches the show on WNEP. Good morning, Carmelo. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Marky Kelly.
I love your T-shirt. It says, "You can't scare me. I have 3 daughters."
Mark, that's true. Just imagine Lola times 3.
No. I mean, yes, I could imagine, but boy, oh boy.
Yep.
I tell you, Mark, it was rough. You could have cut the PMS with a knife in the house. That was so sick. And but by the way, my dog was a male, and he squatted when he peed. So
So they affected him. Yes.
Couldn't get a break.
Now, do you stand when you pee or do you sit, Carmelo?
Well, it depends how I feel, Mark.
Me too. I'm with you. All right, you know how this game works. You give us 2 statements. One is true, one is...
Because of course, Mark Consuelos has 1 daughter but 3 girls.
false. I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth. If you stump me, you'll win this. And this.
Yes, sir.
It's the special holiday mug.
Yes,
This is a big game here.
Yes.
All right, here are your 2 statements. I have appeared on the show The Sopranos, or I once jammed with Paul McCartney. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get into Paul McCartney.
I feel like I could see him. This is my first impression, guys. I could see him asking his daughters and his friends, or whatever, someone for help with a lie, and I could see his friend saying, "You know what? You've always looked like, or why don't you say you were on The Sopranos? You look like you could be an extra on The Sopranos." Or maybe he was an extra on another TV show as like an Italian mobster or like a drug cartel member in like some terrible TV show. And since he was an extra, they were like, well, how about this? You were an extra on that one show called, Las Vegas Police Squad. How about make the lie that you were on The Sopranos? And if they ask you about The Sopranos, you could just basically, what it was like being on a TV set, just describe your real experience being on the Las Vegas Police Squad's show. So that way you don't have to go and stuff like that. So just basically change the TV show you were really an extra on and change it to The Sopranos, and that'll be the lie, but you'll have a good cover story, That's what I would say. I think he once jammed with Paul McCartney because he was in a band. That's what I think. I think the truth is he once jammed with Paul McCartney, and the lie is that he appeared on The Sopranos. First impression guess, no questions asked, no clues needed. Boom. Because I think he could come up with the lie because I think people have always said, you look like you should be on The Sopranos, or you look like you should be in like a Martin Scorsese movie, or you look like you could be a bad guy or something like that. That's what I think. So I'm going to say it's true that you once jammed with Paul McCartney. First impression guess based on logic and common sense.
All right, let's get into Paul McCartney. What were you playing? What kind of instrument do you play?
Well, Mark, I'm a drummer.
Drums. I was going to say drums.
I've been playing drums since I was 11 years old. I was playing in a band. I was around 16, and we had some connections in New York. We were supposed to go to West 44th Street to record, and unknowingly, I walked into the recording studio, and there was Paul McCartney. I almost friggin' had a heart attack. It was like my childhood idol.
Yep.
And it was the most exciting thing, besides seeing my 3 daughters being born, was playing with Paul McCartney. It was unbelievable.
And he was cool, nice guy, right?
Oh my God, he was like everybody says about him. He's a normal,
that's right,
like regular guy, sweet man, very sweet.
All right, so you appeared on The Sopranos. What episode and how?
I have to kill you if I tell you about that. Hold on. Well, I was my brother was a locksmith, and he knew the people who got the phone calls, so to get the permits for the show. And I just happened to be there. I said, "Hey, let me go with you. You never know, they might use us." And they used me on the show.
All right, that sounds like a lie. He's like, "Yeah, my brother had the permits and the and stuff like that." And then he goes, So he kind of paused, which is a sign that you're thinking of a lie. And then he says, and I said, "Hey, why don't I just come with? Maybe they might use us." Like, that's unrealistic. Now, the question is he making it sound like it's a lie to throw him off? Is he telling a dumbed down version of the story to make it seem like Just like I said, oh, that's so obviously a lie, but it's really the truth. We'll see. I think the Paul McCartney is the true story, though.
It was really exciting.
I think I know what happened.
Okay.
I can't tell on that by that T-shirt if his daughters are hot. It looks like two of them are hot and one of them isn't.
They might use us.
Which one's the Chloe?
They used me on the show. It was really exciting.
I think I know what happened.
I
Okay.
don't think we do.
Although it'd be obvious to say that you'd be on The Sopranos, I think that'd be pretty obvious because you fit the bill really well. I think the most interesting thing would be that you once jammed. I think the truth is that you once jammed with Sir Paul McCartney.
Oh, Mark, you're wrong.
You are wrong, Mark.
At least I didn't waste a minute of your time.
Is Mark ripping
Oh, it's not a good month for you, Mark.
Not a good month at all. Well, congrats,
Congrats, Carmelo.
You won the mug. You won the T-shirt. Fair and square. Now let's see if we can win you a valuable trip. It's time for Fall into the Holidays Travel Trivia.
Now this is the part of the show
It's
where
not a good month for you, Mark.
this is the part of the show where I dance like someone.
Fair and square. Now let's see if we can win you a valuable trip.
This is where
It's
I
time
dance.
for Fall into the Holidays Travel Trivia.
Sorry. You can rewind it and judge me on a scale of 1 to 1,000. I'm gonna dance like this girl.
Hey, that's Carla Pullman from Barneveld, Wisconsin. Hey, that's Carla Pullman from Barneveld, Wisconsin. Hey, that's Carla Pullman from Barneveld, Wisconsin. Deja, spin that wheel to see what else Carmelo's playing for. All right.
I gotta say, Carmela, I think, is one of the names of the girls, of the daughters that the guy had on his T-shirt.
Wisconsin. Hey, that's Carla Pullman from Barneveld, Wisconsin. Deja, spin that wheel to see what else Carmelo's playing for. All right.
Wait a minute. Her name is Carmela and his name is Carmelo.
Hey, that's Carla Pullman from Barneveld, Wisconsin.
Carla. I bet if you take the glasses off and let the hair down, she does the librarian
Deja,
thing.
spin that wheel to see what else Carmelo's playing for. All right. Okay, you're playing for a trip for two to the Buccaneer in St. Croix.
Ooh.
7 days, 6 nights in a deluxe oceanfront room. It includes, say it with me, Mark, 3 meals daily.
All of them.
Hey, good job, Mark. Surprise value at $9,500. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Good luck.
All right, here we go, Carmelo. Earlier this week, we talked with director Baz Luhrmann.
Australia.
Name one of the 2 things Baz said not to do on a flight in order to beat jet lag on a long flight.
I mean, Don't sleep. Don't drink coffee.
Let me see now. He was talking about Sydney to Tokyo. He lived in New York. I know that. I'm looking at my notes, Mark.
Yep. What do you say not to do?
Sleep?
Well, let's see. Is that the obvious answer? If you sleep, he said the beat jet lag. Well, I would figure if you want to beat the jet lag, you should want to stay up. So that way, because when you sleep, if you sleep at like between 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, because that's your like midnight to 5 a.m. or 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. or something, sleeping's bad. So if you want to beat jet lag, so one of the two things that said, oh yeah, not to do, don't sleep. That's obvious then. Yeah, I thought he said one of the two things to do, which I would have said stay up. This is what you're not supposed to do to beat jet lag. Don't sleep. And if that's too obvious, I'm thinking he said don't drink coffee. Don't eat food. Because if you eat food, you eat like breakfast and lunch, starve yourself, and then you'll go to bed at the normal time. I think sleep is too obvious. I wasn't watching this show. I was busy saving a dog.
Sydney to Tokyo. He lived in New York. I know that. I'm looking at my notes, Mark.
Yep. What do you say not to do?
Sleep?
I'm sorry?
Sleep?
Oh, no.
Eat or drink.
No. Don't eat or drink. Alcohol. Yeah.
Can I try it again?
You want to try again?
Come on, I'm a seriously honest. Come on, one more time. Hey, I got the T-shirt and I got
Exactly.
Hey.
Listen to this.
And I got the Italian slutty versions of the Kardashians living in my basement. On TikTok
Hey,
Short.
I got the T-shirt.
Hey, I'm the mother of 3 OnlyFans stars. I or the father of 3 OnlyFans stars. I couldn't be prouder.
T-shirt and I got
Exactly.
Hey.
Listen to this. You're not going to be entered into our grand prize drawing for a Caribbean vacation valued at more than $14,000. And now you and a lucky member of our studio audience will each receive a Roomba vacuum from iRobot. So please pick a number between 1 and 176.
Let's go for 45 years I'm married.
45. Thank you guys for playing with us. When we return, Melissa McCarthy for
Still ahead on Live. We'll talk with father and son, stars of Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, stars Kurt and Wyatt Russell. And coming up next, Melissa McCarthy.
Don't tell him where I am. I'm in R. Kelly's basement. Come on, dance with me. Dance like Carla Pullman from Wisconsin. You know, those Wisconsinites are known to be some of the best dancers in all the land. And even they carved the roast beast.
866-650-4071.
What movie is that from? What animated Christmas classic is that from?
Julianne Moore will be here.
Also, we'll have Patrick Stewart.
And a look at the hottest toys this holiday season. Now, your wish is her command in the new flick. Genie, please welcome back to the show the wonderful Melissa McCarthy. The gentleman in the yellow sweater is a designer, and he designed that and that. He designed everything.
It's so beautiful.
We'll talk. You should know that.
I'll take a picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that fits me?
But they're killing us.
Yeah.
Melissa, we were
turned. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, it's the chairs.
It's
we
the
do it
chairs.
too.
It's not the
taller
chairs.
gal.
You're
We were
overweight.
talking about
That's what it
Australia
is.
during host chat. We already have some Australia stories.
Oh my God!
Were you in the bush with the snakes and everything?
There was one where there was like a.
No, but my husband was in a lot of bush while we were on vacation. He likes to say he was down under two places at one time. Like
The gentleman in the yellow sweater.
Oh. What's going on? Look at you guys. You look like you're in a Eddie Murphy music video. It's not you, Melissa.
It's the chairs.
chairs.
We do it too.
For a taller
It's
gal.
not you.
We were talking about Australia during host chat. We already have some Australia stories.
Oh my God!
Were you in the bush with the snakes and everything?
There was one where there was like an 18-foot python, and everyone's like, "It's all right. It's all right." I'm like, "It's not all right. It's an 18-foot python, but like literally, it's not all right. Like there's like an after-school special waiting to happen, and they're like, "Oh, they're fine," and like everything will kill you. I got bit by something while I was there.
What'd you get bit by?
My husband.
Wait, is that true?
Yeah.
What?
So I got bit by and this was like, I got hives, probably too much information, crazy hives up to here. We finished today's work. They said cut, which is like I'm a trained monkey. They said cut, and then literally within 4 minutes, my entire face blew up, and they had to pack me with ice. And it was like in my nervous system. So I was also like, I kept like twitching, and the Aussies were just like, something, yeah. And I was like, I need somebody to be more concerned.
There's an urgency.
Yeah, they're not concerned.
No, they're
You
just
think
like,
it was a
Hardy
spider?
Bunch.
Did they think it was a spider?
I don't know. I had been bitten so many. I kept getting bit by things, and people were like, "I don't think anything's biting you." And I'm like, "No, I'm pretty confident. I know when I'm being like bitten. It's not like I have a weird feeling. I was like, I have bite marks." And then they realized they'd put my chair over. Are they fire ants?
Oh, yeah.
They're ants there that like they bite so hard and they're so big that you have to manually like fight it and pull it off.
I saw a grown man cry by being bit by one of those ants.
They put my chair over one, and then they were like, "Oh, I guess you weren't imagining it." I'm like, by the way, I love Australia. I really did love it there. But
you fall in love with it, even though
it's
so
magical.
much of it wants to go.
It's gorgeous, and people are really chatty and nice. But you really, it's like walking down a dark alley in a city. But you're looking for creatures.
Right.
You just have to be like, I know something's gonna.
And the kangaroos are also not so friendly sometimes.
I didn't do that.
They'll talk to you about that. I'll talk about
like
that.
a 6-foot red. I just was like, it's like an angry relative of mine. I don't need like a big redhead being like, you. Like, no.
So you grew up in rural Illinois?
Yes, in Illinois,
yeah.
right? Are you south of Plainfield?
Yeah, I'm really south.
Oh, no. See, Melissa's in the south suburbs of Chicago. Mark is south, like is in downstate. Like Mark lived like 2 hours away from the Missouri border. Melissa was like still like 5 hours away from the 5 hours away from the Missouri border. She's in southern Chicago suburbs. He's in like southern Illinois.
Grew up in rural Illinois.
Yes, and you're from Illinois, right? Are you south of Plainfield?
Yeah, I'm really south. You're like near Chicago, right?
Yeah, like an hour.
I'm near St. Louis.
Oh, so you're like downstate. That's not Chicago at all.
No.
So you grew up in rural Illinois.
Yes, and you're from Illinois, right? Are you south of Plainfield?
Yeah, I'm really south. You're like near Chicago, right?
Yeah, like an hour.
I'm near St. Louis.
So you're down by like Carbondale.
Carbondale, O'Fallon, Lebanon, Illinois.
Sure, Lebanon, guys, check it out.
Yes, 3,200 people in that town.
Wow,
I was one of 3,200.
Mine was so tiny growing up. Now it's more of a suburb. But I mean, it was.
Did you have rock piles that people would go out and drink? Like the
Like at the
kids.
quarry?
Quarry.
No,
Quarry.
we didn't. We weren't that cool. We literally would like go to like a sub-diggity parking lot and stand around. It's true. And we would just stand in the parking
Stand
lot
in
and
the
be
parking
like,
lot.
I'm probably, and you're like I was probably like 16 at that time, and just being like, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool.
Totally
And now
cool.
I'm like, it was a parking lot.
But it was a nice way to grow up in Illinois.
It was. I mean, I just wanted to get to a city. Well, we were on a farm, and all my sister and I, all we did is complain about like, why can't we live in a subdivision?
Right.
And why can't, and then no disrespect to Joliet, but we're like, why can't we live in Joliet? My parents are like, by the prison? They're like, what are you talking about?
Famously by a prison.
Yeah, by like a high, like
Yes.
maximum security prison. And now all I want to do is like be in the country,
Yes.
be
Back on a
somewhere
farm.
rural. And my parents are like, yeah.
What about your daughters? Are they teenagers?
No.
Yeah, they're 13 and 16 now.
No.
So you're in it.
You're in it.
I'm in it, but it's so there's so much.
What are they into?
Oh God.
Well, they're into fire ants and they want to be in the bush like their daddy. So looks like I'm shaving a lot of heads in a couple of years and buying basketball jerseys, buying Lionel Messi soccer jerseys. Yes, full circle. Make sure to like this video.
I'm 16 now.
Oh.
So you're in it.
You're in it.
I'm in it, but it's so there's so much.
What are they into?
Oh God. No, that sounds misleading. They're so different than I was. Like I wanted to be downtown Chicago. I wanted to be dancing with drag queens. And that's all I really cared about. I was like, I want to dance, I want to go out, I want to be off the farm.
Right.
And my kids like don't want to go out. They're like, can we get another gecko?
Oh,
Which I said, we're never going to have a reptile. I was like, we are not doing that. I love you. We have 2 dogs. We are not having geckos. I now have, Vivian has 4 geckos. Banana, LeFou, if I say them wrong, I'll be murdered. Satine.
These names.
And then there's some larva bug that she's growing that's called pepperoni and Georgie.
You forgot the 4th name of the gecko, and is Satine just a fancy French way of saying Satan?
LeFou, if I say them wrong, I'll be murdered. Satine.
These names.
And then there's some larva bug that she's growing that's called pepperoni. And Georgie's got, oh God, pumpkin. There are geckos they're just everywhere in the house. And then sometimes we babysit a rat named Ratty on the weekends, and Vivian crochets him like sweater outfits. And I'm just like, and they're so sweet and they're aware of the world. And I was like, I was just trying to score like wine coolers.
Yes.
And
They have a famous mom and her husband who directs movies. So they're in a different world.
on the weekends, and Vivian crochets him like sweater outfits. And I'm just like, and they're so sweet and they're aware of the world. And I was like, I was just trying to score like wine coolers.
Yes.
And
Zimas.
dance. Oh,
These
sweet
Zimas.
Zima.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that your daughters are
I love that your daughters are crocheting for animals. That's so cool.
In the house. And
No,
then
it's not.
sometimes we babysit a rat named Ratty on the weekends, and Vivian crochets him like sweater outfits. And I'm just like, and they're so sweet and they're aware of the world. And I was like, I was just trying to score like wine coolers.
Yes.
And
Zimas.
dance. Oh,
These
sweet
Zimas.
Zima.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that your daughters are so like
Yeah, they're saying, can you
meaty
get
and
snakes?
sciencey and
They love it. They're like, oh, science is amazing. I mean, they're really.
Like when I came back and said I was bit by a mysterious creature in Australia and almost died, they were like, cool, Mom, can we keep it? See, that's not a bad joke. That's pretty decent.
Love it. They're like, oh, science is amazing. I mean, they're really into all of that, like anything with animals and reptiles, especially.
incredible.
Love a rat.
You need to take them to Australia.
Yes, I did.
Yes. Hey, we need to take a break. When we come back, more with Melissa. Stick around.
Still ahead on Live from Monarch Legacy of Monsters, Kurt and Wyatt Russell.
My mom's Alzheimer's.
Group. We had.
Well, and now the slow rewind. like
I didn't say the jewelry exchange Villa
3
Park.
commercials.
And they're tough.
So, were you guys in New York City for Thanksgiving?
We were. Yeah, we came here for Thanksgiving.
Okay, so what did you do? You should have come to our house. We had we had a crazy group.
We had a crazy group, but it was just us. We ordered dumplings. It was a very different. We ordered dumplings.
Oh,
It was
yum.
fantastic. I didn't cook, which is the first time ever, and we just sat around and watched like 19 hours of RuPaul. And I was like, I am thankful for this moment. We were all like huddled, and then we all went into our room and watched we watched a Christmas movie like in bed together, and we were like, this is the greatest thing. The fact that like we're just all
we watched
cuddled together.
What did we watch? 48 hours of Elf. We watched Elf for 2 days.
Do you know what I discovered over in August? It was a rainy day, and my nieces were visiting. Right.
Yes.
And I didn't get control of the remote control.
Wow.
And they're 16 and 16 and 17 years old, and it was a rainy day, and so they were watching. They had already commandeered the remote control, and they were watching Gilmore Girls.
Oh my God!
I had never seen it. I was very upset that I was going to have to watch it, but by the 3rd episode,
oh my God,
I was in.
I was
crying.
I think about Lorelai all the time.
Lorelai.
I think about your produce.
Oh my!
You're very particular about your produce.
He was on a text chain with my nieces now called, the 3 of them, the Gilmore Girlers. That's the text chain.
Yeah, that show just
catches you.
It's the first time I had a regular job, and it was literally. I think I said by the time I'm 30, I was starting to do like production, and I liked that quite a bit, and I liked both sides of it. And I thought, if I don't have a job by the time I'm 30. I'm going to go the way of production and try do production or producing or some kind of thing, because it's just not going to happen. And I can't keep calling my mom and dad at 30 to be like, I'm $24 short on my electric bill.
Right.
And then I think 2 weeks before my 30th birthday, I got Gilmore.
Amazing.
And then it just was. It was a
life-changing answer to this.
And it is I feel like people have ownership of that show, which I think that makes it fun, because it was sweet to see a mother and daughter be such good friends instead of they always show the combative side.
Right.
Of it. I loved how good that. Oh my God, I love that you're hooked on that.
Yeah.
He's a Gilmore Girl.
I'm a girler.
You're a girler, guys. Who saw that coming?
So Dana was telling us that you do this thing for Christmas, where you have you dress up for Christmas.
Yeah,
like
we have
costume.
It's our one big party. We do a huge costume. Yep, that's just in our backyard. We do a huge.
Is that in LA? See, in LA, you can have balloon arrangements in the backyard and nothing bad will happen.
Oh
Right.
yeah. It may be different here.
Yeah,
but we do a weird costume Christmas party. We invite everybody, and it's always a different theme. Like that was 80s Christmas Flock of Seagulls. We've done country Christmas Glamboree.
Flock of Seagulls. I remember that band. They didn't look that good.
Oh
Right.
yeah. It may be different here.
Yeah,
but we do a weird costume Christmas party. We invite everybody, and it's always a different theme. Like that was 80s Christmas Flock of Seagulls. We've done country Christmas Glamboree. And I love it because no matter who shows up, you don't have to know anybody.
Right.
Because when everybody looks like an idiot, you just are like, you look pretty dumb.
Yeah.
And you're like, so do you. And then they're talking and
I love
icebreaker.
You and Ben always work together. We work together a lot.
It's my favorite.
And it's our favorite.
I know. It's pretty good.
And so here it is. Ready? Here's the pitch. I think when we go on vacation, you and Ben should fill in for us.
I would love that.
Yeah. Ben would be into it.
I think he's so funny. And
we don't even have to run it by him. Tell him he's a guest on the show, and then he'll just find out.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
I just had to figure out the cameras, then it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. We have to take a break and talk about your new movie, Genie, when we come back.
Live from the new film May December. Julianne Moore.
A shot put, and you have to be able to do all of them. And there's going to be people that are really fast and really good at running, but they're going to come in 12th place in the shot put, but they'll win the hurdles because they're fast, right? And there's also, like, you see the big guys that are going to come in first, second, third place and throwing things. But when it comes to the decathlon or to like the 1600 meters, they're going to lose. Or come in like last place, but you just got to. Right? You just want. They're happy finishing in like ninth place in the javelin because that's not their thing. Their thing is jumping high and jumping long. And they're fast enough too where they could, finish maybe fifth or sixth. And so it's really it's a jack of all trades kind of thing. When it comes to comedy, there's a lot of people that are really good.
This special discount ends December 31st. For a free appointment with Renewal by Anderson, call 312-815-6622.
Seriously, how did you get in?
Okay, I'm going to talk slower for you. That box that you were rubbing, I was in it.
Okay, wow.
I know.
That's a strong move. The I'm a genie home invasion excuse.
An excuse? I am a genie.
The shoes have it.
That proves it.
The shoes have it.
The shoe wear proves it, guys.
All right, you played Flora the genie.
I do.
That costume, that genie costume, was pretty adorable. Did you have any part in designing that?
I love to work with costumes and wigs are my favorite. I mean, it's like you get to literally step in and be somebody else. But we had the most remarkable costume designer, Leah Katzenelson, and she was so collaborative. And then I was like, what if when I changed, I kept mimicking other people and I kept adding to the costumes? And I was like, I'm so sorry. She was like, bring it. Challenge accepted.
That's amazing.
And it's like when somebody brings you like these amazing costumes all the time, you're just like, yeah, I'll put it on. Like,
Did
it
you
just
get
makes
to
it
keep
fun.
anything?
I did keep it all.
You did.
I keep it all. I'm like, it fits me.
Right, who else?
Because right away I was like, those shoes look nice.
Yeah. I'm always like, thank you. I'll take those. Because it's just going to sit in a crate
We should
somewhere.
all wear genie shoes more often.
I mean, and they were like super squishy, like OOFAs or something underneath. Yeah. So I was like, I've never been more comfortable at work.
So tell us about the plot. Besides, he rubs the thing.
It is.
So it's
Papa
just like
plays,
Elf.
the man who.
I mean, who else is 5'2" in a size 18? Like, no one's gonna wear those outfits again. So it's a copy. So you're copycatting Elf. Go on.
Plot. Besides, he rubs.
It is. Papa plays the man who brings me out of my lamp or my box in this case. And it's just a sweet story. It's really like two very unlikely friends, and he's at a hard point in his life, and it's if somebody could give you anything you wish for and grant you any wish, does it really make you happy? And does it fix things? And it really doesn't. He has to kind of fix his family on his own and make things right on his own. But we have a lot of fun, and it was really, really fun. And to shoot in New York City is just always like
a gift.
I think of the 20-year-old virgin. Sure, Mom and Dad. But I think of that version of myself, and I'm like, we were in Times Square shooting, and there's Naked Cowboy. And it was so great. All this stuff is still there. It's still there, still in good shape.
Yeah. Good for him.
He's doing it.
Still naked.
And I literally had the goosebumps. I was like, I can't believe I'm here making a movie.
Don't you wish you could have told us?
Oh my God. I don't know if I would have believed it.
Hey, listen.
I don't know.
You're coming back with Ben. The show. Thank you, Melissa. Genie is streaming now on Peacock. Next, Kurt and Wyatt Russell. Stick around.
I've been mesmerized by you. Stay social with us. Follow us. Next live, Academy Award winner Julianne Moore, plus Sir Patrick Stewart and Holiday Toys.
151 feet and I believe 6 inches, something like that. 6 inches, 4 inches, something like that. Which is 50 yards, almost 51 yards. So that's a half a football field. Minus or 12 inch.
See for $0 down and 0% APR for 6 years. At ABC, expert same-day installation for your new system is how it's done. This offer is available for a limited time only. Trust ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric, and consider it done.
Welcome back. Here come a father and son duo from one of Hollywood's most famous families. Please welcome Kurt and Wyatt Russell.
It's a big deal around here, I'm not gonna lie. Welcome to, we've never had the pair of you on together.
We've never done it before.
This is very exciting.
No, this is our first time doing this.
So, do people tell you often how much you look like your father?
All the time. All the time. When I have my beard, it's always in a movie called The Thing, which I don't know. There's a couple of
Yes.
But in the thing that we've done recently, it was funny because everyone was like, "You look like your dad. You look like your dad. It's perfect to play your dad." And then they started like actually looking at my face this close, and they're like, "Well, you actually don't look like your dad."
Get in there.
Yeah.
But there is a reminiscence of.
Oh, I look in the mirror and I say, I used to look like that.
So tell me about this family group text chain, because Mark and I. We have one, but we want to be in yours. We want to be. I bet your family group text chain is way more exciting. There's a lot more players, and it seems like just a better overall life out there. You're in the Netherlands, you're in California.
Who chimes in the most? Who's the biggest
That's a good
texter?
question. Who chimes in the most?
Chime in the most. Let's see. We sort of
Oliver. I don't know. It just depends.
Oliver?
Good question. Oliver, probably.
Is there an age limit to get into the chat?
There's definitely an age limit because it's like you can't be privy to all of the information before you can handle it.
Of course.
But like 16, 17, Wilder's next. Ryder got in there a few years ago.
Great.
Does anybody ever leave the chat?
That's
what I mean?
Nobody's ever left the chat.
I don't know what that means.
Oh no!
If you get annoyed in the chat, you can leave the chat. It
publicly says
leaving the chat.
leaving the chat.
Have you ever had that happen?
You know what's kind of
I've left the chat.
You've left the chat. Sidebar.
Yes.
Sidebars, yeah.
You know what's funny is the way you text. You have a certain sense of humor that sometimes doesn't doesn't translate.
Right.
So most of my stuff is translated for you and Oliver and Katie and Goldie sometimes. I don't know what that is.
Wyatt, has there been? Your dad's made so many movies. Do you have a favorite?
Used cars, I've seen 175,000 times.
Why used cars? Great film.
Used, yeah. Louder.
Why that one?
So the reason why was we would go to Toronto, a couple hours north of Toronto every year, and we didn't have TV in this lake cabin that we were in, and they only had a VHS, and we had a VHS of like Steve Martin Best of SNL,
great,
Marty Short Best of SNL, and then we had the used cars. And so
I was there. We don't know.
I don't know why. Yeah,
it came with the house.
Tossed in the bag.
Yeah, exactly. but the humor is the closest to my dad's that I know, and it's also Bob Zemeckis' second movie, so it's a great movie. But I just loved it. I don't know. It's there.
Have you seen Kurt and Goldie together in Overboard?
Oh, I mean, Overboard. I live.
To me, that is my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, whenever it's on, it stays on in our house.
There's actually it's beginning to sound like we watch all of them.
Yeah, right. No.
We hardly ever watch any.
Right,
I've never seen 90% of what we've done.
You should watch it, though. It's very good.
It's a fun movie. Yeah,
there's actually a cool story about Overboard. So there's a guy I work out with in LA. He's 99 years old. His name's Donald. His name is Happy Tuesday. And whenever he comes in the gym, it's like, "What day is it?" And he goes, "It's Happy Tuesday." And he made a decision after World War II. He's like, "Every day is going to be a good day." And he fought in World War II. And when people are sad, when he thinks they need to be cheered up, he has 1,000 copies of Overboard, and he gives them a copy of
Yes.
Overboard and says, "You need to watch this."
Oh my God.
Which is always a cool story. So.
Hey, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about them playing the same character at different ages. Stick around. Tomorrow on Live, Patrick Stewart.
I'm not even really acting. I'm just being me. Like at a party.
That's it.
Daily One this holiday season. We're revealing the hottest toys of the year. Sam's Toy Box. Friday mornings on Eyewitness News.
Yeah, I got your toy box, Sam.
You never drove with your grandmother. Hang on.
Is that armor? What the hell does that thing need protection from?
Us. Got to see from Monarch, the legacy of monsters. Why do I love that so much?
Well, I love them too. I thought Godzilla was when I saw him when I was like, I don't know, 8 years old. I never forgot Godzilla.
Yeah.
But what's fun about this is a mystery, and what it is it focuses on the people who are dealing with the fact that these things are in our lives now, and the mystery goes through a family thing that stretches back into the 50s when this Monarch was formed. This company that's trying to find out all about these things, and into the 2015 period. Wyatt plays Lee Shaw.
You play the same character.
Yeah, and I play him just a little older. And it is the mystery of what you're following. And so the monsters in this one are used brilliantly, I think, because they're much more sparing, but you're learning about where did they come from? What are they? They're real. They're here.
Well, we're glad you chose this one for sure. And we'll see you on the family text chain.
Monarch, the Legacy of Monsters is streaming now on the Apple TV. We'll be right back.
If you love watching our show from home, now's your chance to see it live and in person. You can check out all the stars, be part of the show, and maybe even win a prize. It's exclusive. Don't miss out on all the fun. Visit our website and get your tickets for Live with Kelly and Mark now.
If I tell you the truth, you're just gonna think I'm crazy.
Oh God, is this a ripoff of Godzilla or something? I don't get. Here we go, another fucking nepotism. I mean, the kid's 40 years old and he's still relying on his daddy to get him movies. That's it? No fucking inbox? No. Save big money on Menards?
It's nothing.
Okay, I guess that's the end. We'll wrap this up and then I'll be out of your hair, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video.
Enter live travel trivia game today.
We've now reached our destination.
Yeah, and don't eat or drink on the plane.
Don't forget on tomorrow's show, Julianne Moore will be here.
Also, we'll have Patrick Stewart.
And the hottest.
Who the hell's Marsha?
Show, Julianne Moore will be here.
Also, we'll have Patrick Stewart.
And the hottest toys this holiday season. See you tomorrow, everybody. Bye-bye.
Oh, she didn't say Marsha. She said tomorrow's show.
Also, we'll have Patrick Stewart.
And the hottest toys this holiday season. See you tomorrow, everybody. Bye-bye.
You son of a bitch. From all of us
And
here
we're
at
here to
ABC,
help. So
happy
call us
holidays.
now at 1-866-650-4071. That's 1-866-650-4071.
Happy holidays from all of us at ABC7. The View starts live right now. Expletives. Did billionaire Elon Musk just doom his social media site X by lashing out at advertisers, leaving over his response to anti-Semitic content?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go yourself.
Then, one of the Palestinian American students shot in Vermont is live with his mother to talk about whether they think he was a target in a hate crime. Journalist Brian Stelter is here
Brian
to share how he
Stelter.
says he's exposing a network of lies on Fox.
Well, isn't that great? Okay.
60 months on top mattress brands. Plus, it's your last chance to get a free adjustable base with any qualifying mattress purchase of $9.99 or more. Black Friday and soon at Ashley.
It's an unprecedented dancing finale.
You have what it takes to win it.
All right. So thanks for watching. Make sure to smash and subscribe, right? Isn't that what we do? Like, subscribe, dislike. I said you could dislike the video.
Conference championship weekend kicking
Season
off
2,
over
episode
on
61.
ABC.
Season 2, episode 61's a wrap. Thanks to Melissa McCarthy for doing a disservice to the movie Elf. Hey, if you want to see a woke version of Elf that's not as great, go watch Genie on Peacock, but don't subscribe to Peacock to watch the movie. I'm sure it'll be on like NBC in 2 years after the Grinch special narrated by Boris Karloff. And yes, even the Grinch carved the roast beast. Instead of roast beef, he called it roast beast. I always wondered if that was weird. Put it in the comments section. Anyways, I love you all. Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching. And I hope you all get coal and choke on it because I don't want any of you to have a good Christmas. Santa Claus hates you, and Santa Claus is really your parents. Okay? Bye.